Hey everyone, I'm Big John and welcome to another episode of the DIS Ability Show. Now, this week I want to talk to you about Shades of Green. Now, for those of you who don't know, Shades of Green is the military resort on Disney property across the street from the Polynesian, and it's a beautiful and fantastic resort. We stay there all the time. In fact, this week, when we go. The pools there are amazing. We always do the pool with the water slide because, as I'm sure you all know by now, I'm a water slide guy. Now, the resort used to have a walkway that let you go across the street to the Polynesian, which let you on the monorail route and the walkway to the Magic Kingdom. But sadly, they stopped that due to roadwork construction. But I hope they come up with some sort of way to bring that convenience back, because it was probably one of the best highlights of staying at Shades of Green. Being able to access the Polynesian and the other Magic Kingdom monorail loop hotels like that. Disney and Shades, do try to find a way to bring that back, please. But anyway, if you are or ever been in the military, thank you for your service. And if you plan to go to Disney, we recommend Shades of Green because their prices are just a bit better than the other Disney resort and the regular Disney resorts. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure it gets to do a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So it is October, aka Halloween month. And no matter what time of the year it is, there are a handful of Disney rides that can be scary for some. So this week we're going to cover my top 5 scary attractions. Now keep in mind, all of these don't actually scare me. They might scare some. So keep that in mind. Number 5, Snow White's Enchanted Wish at Disneyland. Now, technically this is there because of its predecessor, Snow White's Scary Adventures, which I first rode when it was still at the Magic Kingdom. And that the scene with the witch traumatized me, and I nearly but it was nice to ride the new version at Disneyland. It still has the witch, but it's not as scary as the previous version, which I think is great because it shows more of the romantic side and happy, fun side of Snow White. Number 4, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Disneyland. Now, this might be scary for some people because of its sort of sinister ending where you get hit by a train and then suddenly you're in hell. Or HE double hockey stick. Yeah, that's what we're calling it. HE double hockey stick. Thank you, high school. Number 3, the Haunted Mansion. Now, the Haunted Mansion is more light than fright. In fact, one of the first controversies about the mansion after Walt died was, should the mansion be scary or funny? Imagineers on one side say people like to be scared, but the opposition side said, not the kids. So they decided to make it both scary and funny. And that still holds true in the Walt Disney World version of Haunted Mansion, which will soon be getting the Hatbox Ghost. Pity I'm going to miss it by a month. But what can you do? Number 2, now this one really scares me. It's tough to be a bug at Animal Kingdom. Now, of all of my favorite 3D Disney parks movies, It's Tough to Be a Bug is not one of them. Because of that Hopper animatronic that comes out, and all those bugs that crawl through your seat, and all the scenes where it gets muy dark. But luckily they announced that It's Tough to Be a Bug will be going away, and they're going to be replacing it with a Zootopia show, which I think is probably a good move. But hopefully the Zootopia show will be much better than Tough to Be a Bug. And now my number 1 scary attraction at Disney, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Now, it doesn't scare me in the bad sense. It scares me in the good sense, because it's the unexpected part of it. Because the Tower of Terror offers randomized drop sequences, so you never know how many times you're going to go straight up and straight down, and how many times they're going to drop you like crazy. So anyway, let me know in the comments what ride scares you the most at Disney. And now it is time for DIS or DAT. So on both coasts, there is some sort of ride that revolves around the Guardians of the Galaxy. At Disney's California Adventure, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which used to be their Tower of Terror, where you help Rocket rescue his teammates from being held hostage inside the Collector's Fortress. Now, since it's Halloween time, at night, the ride turns into Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark, which is sort of a sequel to the ride, because after you help the Guardians escape, all the cages are open and all the monsters are loose, and baby Groot gets left behind, so you help Rocket try to save him while trying to not get eaten by giant monsters. Now, at Epcot, the Guardians ride there is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which, as I have said many, many times on this show, is Epcot's first roller coaster. And you help the Guardians stop an evil giant dude from going back in time and changing life as we know it. And on both coasts, the two rides have 80s style songs that, because, Star-Lord music from the 80s. And you gotta love the Guardians soundtracks on both rides. So anyway, let me know in the comments which Guardians ride is your favorite. DIS, Mission Breakout, or DAT, Cosmic Rewind. So, my big trip is coming up in about, 36 or less hours. We are driving down, my dad and I are driving down to Boston. My mom's not coming because she's teaching this week. She's a nursing teacher, for those of you who don't know. So it'll be my dad and I. We're flying down to Florida on Monday for another guys trip at Disney, and my uncle and aunt from Chicago. And on Monday night, it will be the moment you have all been waiting for. My first ever Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I cannot wait, because we plan to do so many things there. there's so many things we want to do. We want to see the cadaver dance. We want to see the Mickey's Boo-Doo Halloween Parade. We want to see, let's see, what else do we want? Maybe the Hocus Pocus Film Spectacular. Maybe the Disney Not So Spooky Fireworks. Maybe see the Ghost Entertainers in front of the Haunted Mansion. We cannot wait for that. Also, we also plan to do something at Fort Wilderness. My uncle and aunt will be driving their RV down. They'll be arriving there tomorrow. They'll have a campsite at Fort Wilderness. And what we plan to do that night, one of those nights, is look around, drive around and see the many Fort Wilderness, see how all the campsites and how they decorate for Halloween, because we plan to do a very special vlog where we try to find the most decorated campsite at Fort Wilderness. So I cannot wait to show you that. It's going to be awesome. Let's see. Also, we're going to do some food and wine. And we got a fireworks package one of those nights to see Epcot Forever. Unfortunately, it's going to be, that dining package will be with my least favorite Epcot restaurant, Rose and Crown. But we also plan to experience for the first time the new Roundup Rodeo Barbecue at Hollywood Studios. That should be fun. And just have a great time. And do a lot of great videos. Of course, we're going to do plenty of ride videos, plenty of entertainment videos. Of course, my buddies, the Dapper Dans and the Voices of Liberty. I will definitely give you plenty of videos on that. Maybe, no promises, maybe an Eat to the Beat concert. And of course, my on-location tip videos, because those have helped me get many subscribers, and we are 17 away from the big 1K. And most of the subscribers that I have gained were from people that I have met when I was doing my on-location tip videos. And I hope they still watch me to this day. If you have met me in person in the parks while filming, let me know in the comments. Because it is with your support that I continue to do what I do. And I hope that you all continue to join me on this journey here on the Big John Network. So anyway, that's our show. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure it gets to do a future episode for this week's shoutouts. Make sure you guys check out the Tim Tracker. They're about to go on yet another Disney cruise. Perhaps Halloween on the High Seas cruise. Of course, when is Tim Tracker and his family not on a cruise? For real. Also, make sure you guys check out Josh and Jenna over at Resort TV 1. They did a live stream last night on doing a Skyliner crawl. Definitely check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out my buddy Beth over at Beth's Disney Adventures. She's going live today at 10 a.m. from Animal Kingdom. Definitely check out that. Also, make sure you guys check out Joey over at Taste Like Disney. He does videos where he cooks parks recipes. Definitely check him out as well. For the latest Disney news and info, make sure you guys check out WDW Magazine. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse be with you.